I'm Mark.
And I'm Josh.
And this is Alter Ego Comics TV. Here's the stuff we like this week. I need a better intro, a better lead-in, but you're just going to have to deal with it. Suicide Girls, #1 from IDW. Some of you may be going, Suicide Girls, really? Yes.
I'm going like that.
He said that yesterday, and then he read it.
It's not bad, actually.
And it's good. It's plotted by Steve Niles of 30 Days of Night fame. It's written by Brea Grant, who played Daphne the Speedster on Heroes. She's apparently a very cool person who writes comics with her brother. And the artwork is great. The storyline is good. If you're okay with some nudity at the end, then you'll be okay with this book. But it was a surprise. It's different and new, and kind of like it's got a little bit of a Charlie's Angels vibe to it. But if that's your thing, then you should check it out. I'm glad I did.
If your thing is Charlie's Angels.
If you like Bill Murray.
If you like Bill Murray. All right, next up we have Dark Horse Presents. After a considerable hiatus, Dark Horse has gone back to their flagship title, or what was their flagship title at one time. We've got an oversized issue. She runs $7.99, but is just packed full of good stuff. We've got a Howard Chaykin story with the Marked Man. We've got a Star Wars story tying into the upcoming Crimson Empire. We've got Frank Miller, both in an interview and in some preview pages from Xerxes, which is the sequel to 300. We've got Chadwick, is that the concrete guy?
Concrete guy, yeah.
Just all kinds of cool
Neil
stuff.
Adams.
It's Neil Adams. But you've got just all kinds of awesome comic creators doing little vignettes in an anthology title, and I think this is the kind of book we've been missing on the stands. So if you're a fan of any of those guys, you should check it out.
Hulk 32, featuring General Thunderbolt Ross as the Red Hulk. This story just keeps getting better and better. Maybe someday I'll stop talking about it. We're still not selling decent numbers on this. I'm very disappointed in all of you for not reading Hulk. It is a really good book. We get to meet some new potential villains for the Red Hulk. And I think Jeff Parker and Gabriel Hardman are really hitting their stride with this series. And kind of to follow up on that, let's jump to the trade that came out this week.
This is Red Hulk. This picks up right after the issues at the end of World War Hulks, where we discovered the true identity of the Red Hulk to be Thunderbolt Ross. And like Mark said, Jeff Parker, who's been on it from that point on, has really been knocking it out of the park. You've got appearances here by Thor, Iron Man. You've got some great backup stuff with A-Bomb, everyone's favorite Rick Jones. And it's a lot of fun. It's a good comic book. Every week when it comes out, every month when it comes out, it's a good read. And if you haven't been reading it, you should definitely check out the trade.
Absolutely. Another book that we're really excited about this week is Super Dinosaur #1. This is written by Robert Kirkman, master of The Walking Dead and Invincible and a great many other things. And this is an all-ages book. So Kirkman is on one end of the spectrum. He's writing The Walking Dead, which should only be read by adults. And then you've got Super Dinosaur, which can be read by anyone and enjoyed by anyone.
Anybody who likes robots with robotic arms, or dinosaurs with robotic arms.
Genius kids who invent robots.
The Hollow Earth, where new elements are discovered.
Dinor. There are lots of talking dinosaurs. I can't tell you how many times we come in, or how many times parents come in with kids who are excited about dinosaurs. And this is a perfect opportunity to get your son or daughter into reading comics. But also for adults, as I said. I read it. I enjoyed it. You liked it.
I liked it.
Right? Plus, there is a special Free Comic Book Day edition that we will have for free on Free Comic Book Day, and it's kind of an origin issue. So pick up issue #1 this week, come back on Free Comic Book Day, get the origin issue. Robert Kirkman, Talking Dinosaurs, action adventure, what's not to love?
Next up, we've got a twofer, parts 4 and 5 of the War of the Green Lanterns and Green Lantern Corps. If you've been following the War of the Lanterns, things are looking a little grim for the Emerald Knights, with the exception of the Earthbound Lanterns, Ganthet, and Kilowog. Pretty much everyone in the Corps is turned to the evil powers of Krona. And so we find out how far our Earth Lanterns will go to bring everything back to right and what they will ally with themselves with. Plus you get cool rainbow lanterns in all sorts of different colors. But if you're a GL fan, definitely worth checking out. and you should buy these.
All right, we're up to my pick of the week, and it's an odd one. I don't think anyone expects this coming, but Skaar, King of the Savage Land, #2. Now, I did enjoy the first issue. As I've said before, I'm a Hulk fan. I've been really enjoying Incredible Hulks, enjoying Hulk. And Skaar, King of the Savage Land, features all the fun people from the Savage Land. Kazar, Shanna, Devil Dinosaur, Moon Boy, a bunch of cool stuff. Written by Greg Pak. I'm sorry, not written by Greg Pak. Written by Rob Williams, who will soon be writing Ghost Rider, the new Ghost Rider series. Basically, Shanna gets possessed by an alien entity, which is the creator of the Savage Land, supposedly, and goes bat bleep crazy and starts killing people and maiming people, and they're kicking everybody that's not an original Savage Land member out of the band, and that includes Kazar. They all have to leave. In the meantime, Skaar is wandering around the Savage Land and teams up with Moon Boy and Devil Dinosaur to fight this robotic creature that's guarding a spacecraft. It's good fun. It's a good fun comic book outside of the killing and maiming. And when you get to the end, you get to see who's going to be a guest star in the next issue. Rawhide Kid. How do you bring Rawhide Kid to the Savage Land? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. So, pick of the week, Skaar, King of the Savage Land #2. We still have copies of #1 in stock as well.
All right, next up in my run of multi-book suggestions. If you read the previous issue of Batman 708, you know that the current Azrael has a new follower who's just wicked powerful and a little nuts and has no nose. And he challenged Dick, Selina, and Tim, Red Robin, Catwoman, and Batman, or a Batman, to save Gotham by proving they were worthy. And so the story started in Batman, continued into last week's Red Robin, and is continuing through Gotham Sirens and completing in this week's new Batman issue. It's a great read, and I just wanted to let everybody know because some people might have missed that it skipped from book to book because there was no actual way to tell you that on the cover.
Thanks, DC.
Good job. But yeah, it's a great story. You've got individual stuff. You've got a great background piece on Grayson from his time with the Flying Graysons at Haley's Circus, and tie up some more stuff with Selina and her crazy nun-possessed whatever sister. And it's great. All of the Bat titles have been good. Red Robin, Gotham City Sirens, Batgirl are all consistently good, and more of you should be reading them because they're really just some of the best classic comic stories on the stands.
Out in trade this week, the moment everyone's been waiting for. One moment in time.
Oh, yeah.
Marvel's way of explaining how the marriage of Peter Parker and Mary Jane never really happened. So if I know a lot of people were out of the comic book game for a while, maybe read comics in the 80s and early 90s, and were surprised to come back and see, oh, they're not married anymore, and it was all a deal with Mephisto. But we get kind of the behind-the-scenes story with it. And, like it or not, it's a good read. It's a good story, good artwork. Actually, Joe Quesada, former editor-in-chief of Marvel and now chief creative officer, or something along those lines, wrote the story. And it gives some closure to that part of Peter and Mary Jane's life. And if you're a Spider-Man fan, it was essential reading. So if you didn't pick it up in single issues, now's your chance to pick it up in a nice trade format. And then move forward with Amazing Spider-Man into the big time where everything is just awesome.
My pick of the week is Uncanny X-Force. Uncanny X-Force has been, I don't want to say uneven because it's been good, but it's been different. The first couple arcs, the first 3 trades worth, were a little darker, very visually interesting with the artwork. But the new run that's been written by Rick Remender with the new team lineup with Deadpool and Phantom X and Psylocke, because everybody loves Phantom X, has been really good. You've got a lot of good interplay between these characters. Phantom X and Deadpool have great interaction, great dialogue, good humor. And they've been, fighting some big guns in the Marvel Universe. They're not taking out human marauders or, guys. I mean, we're talking the Shadow King and Apocalypse and big names, big battles. And there's also a personal story here about the evolution of Angel and Archangel and his relationship with Betsy. So it's a great X read.
That sounds bad. It is not.
It is not rated
Not triple
X.
X. Not rated
No.
X.
Vin Diesel is not in the book.
Yes. That does it for the books this week. Another real solid week of great stuff. As I will continue to do leading up to Free Comic Book Day. Just a reminder, it's coming. Free Comic Book Day, Saturday, May 7th from 10 until 4. hit the website alteregocomics.com/free-comic-book-day for a list of all the comics we're giving away, a list of the costume characters who will be here. We just this week had a professional photographer volunteer to take some free photographs on that day. So local guy William Slays is going to be out, and he'll be taking pictures of you and or your children with our costume characters or our props, Spider-Man, R2-D2, or us even if you want to get that.
Not me.
But those are going to be absolutely free. So we want to thank William for that, and just another component of the greatness that is Free Comic Book Day at Alter Ego Comics on Saturday, May 7th. Thanks, as always, for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below in the comments area, and we'll do our best to get to them. And that's it. Enjoy your week, and we hope to see you soon at Alter Ego Comics.